Alright, we're back with more WrestleMania reviews. This is WrestleMania 2000, taking place on April 2nd, 2000 from LA, California, Anaheim. The Arrowhead Pond, just 5 years earlier, where Shawn Michaels beat Bret Hart in the Iron Man match to win the title. And the Star Spangled Banner was sung by Lillian Garcia. Triple H. The result with Triple H was the first time in company history something happened, but I'll leave that to when it happens. Tons of people making their WrestleMania debut. Edge, Christian, Jericho, the Radicals, Benoit, Angle, the Dudleys, the Hardys, and more made their WrestleMania debut. Steve Austin was not on this WrestleMania for the first time since WrestleMania 11. The opening match. Before I get to that, I just want to say I'm Brett Mix with Macho Wrestling 101, and if you like these reviews, we dish them out on the daily, and it's not just reviews of today, it's classic wrestling like this. So if you like wrestling and these reviews, please hit subscribe. You can get my channel going a little bit further than it's already gone. I appreciate the help already from the 38 subscribers in just the week I've been doing this. That's a great number, and I'd like it to go even higher because I've got bigger things in mind. I'm going to get a better system, better equipment, and all that. So anyways, back to the wrestling thing. That's what you're here for. The wrestling thing, it's a pay-per-view. Alright, the Big Boss Man and Bull Buchanan take on the Godfather and D'Lo Brown. The Godfather has his hose and Ice-T with him, and Ice-T says, pimpin' ain't easy, man. Pimpin' ain't easy, man. He said that for like 200 different times, and you got Michael Clark Duncan, the big black actor, who's like, he's just rocking away to Ice-T. Anyway, rest in peace to Michael Clark Duncan. So that was sad to hear that he passed on. This match, it was a standard tag match. It really shouldn't have been on WrestleMania, and if it was, it shouldn't have been the first match. It was pretty dull. Boss Man hit D'Lo with a sidewalk slam, and then the Bull Buchanan with a big leg drop from the middle rope got them the victory. At 9:05, the heels went over, and the fans weren't very happy with that, and neither was I. They were just isolating D'Lo half the match, so I gave it a 1.5 stars. Alright, the second match of the night got Crash Holly defending the Hardcore title against Hardcore Holly, Taz, Viscera, Joey Abs, Rodney, Pete Gas, Taka Michinoku, Funaki, Headbanger, Thrasher, Mosh, Farouk, and Bradshaw. All of those men were in this match, and there was multiple hardcore title switches because of the 24/7 rule. This match had a rule of 15 minutes. Whoever was hardcore champion at the end of 15 minutes was the champion, even though there was still a 24/7 rule. So don't ask me how that would work. All I know is at the end, Crash Holly was in the ring with Taz. Crash Holly was the champion. Taz locked in the Taz mission, trying to get it in the dying seconds. Hardcore Holly had a jar of candy, and he smashed it over the head, and then he covered his own cousin and got the 3 count. So Hardcore Holly became the hardcore champion for a second time, in a row at WrestleMania, I should say. I gave this 2.25 stars because it was fun, and that's about that. Trish Stratus made her WrestleMania debut, same with Albert, and I believe Blackman's in-ring WrestleMania debut. In the next match, as TNA took on Head Cheese with Cheesy McCheeserton. I didn't make that name up. The fans were distracted and would get involved if Trish got involved. Otherwise, this is just your passable Raw match. TNA were the winners when Test covered Blackman after a big pump handle slam at 7:05 after an elbow drop from the middle rope. So an elbow drop from the middle rope and a leg drop from the middle rope put 2 heels over in the first 3 matches of this WrestleMania. I give this match a 1.75 stars. Next up, we have the Dudleys, Harleys, Edge and Christian. After their classic ladder match at No Mercy 99, Edge and Christian, they added the Dudleys. They put the Dudleys with the Hardys at Royal Rumble 2000, so they had some ingredients from that No Mercy 99. And then they put all 3 teams together, and what would happen? Well, magic would happen. Tons of memorable spots, 3 teams, 6 guys putting their bodies through hell. In the end, there was a great spot where Jeff Hardy did a swanton bomb from the middle of the entrance aisle onto the table, onto Bubba Dudley, or Devon Dudley, I think it was. Either way, Jeff Hardy hit the move, and back in the ring, Matt Hardy was climbing a ladder, and Edge and Christian were already on a separate ladder, and there was a table that was like a platform there, and there was also a table at the bottom. Matt Hardy crawled over to the platform. Edge from behind threw Matt Hardy over, and he did a front flip, and then he went through the table as Edge and Christian grabbed the belts. And Jim Ross would yell, "Edge and Christian, Edge and Christian, Edge and Christian," as the bell rang, and "You Think You Know Me" hits, as Edge and Christian are the tag champions at 22-29. They would become quite good at this match. This match got 4 stars from me. Anyone that rates it over 4 stars, I completely understand why. But yeah, I give it 4 stars. The next match, we don't even get a star rating out of it because it's Terry Runnels versus the Cat. I give it a dud. And that's all I'm saying. It was a 2-minute match, and it was 2 minutes of hell. Even if you wanted to like be a, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go and touch that one. Too Cool and China. You guys know what I mean. Too Cool and China versus the Radicals in a 6-person intergender tag team match. Back to some wrestling now. We had technicians like Guerrero and Malenko, and China could actually work with the men, so this should be good. And it actually was good. Obviously, Eddie and China had the storyline going into this, and they would continue the next night on Raw, where China turned heel and joined up with Eddie Guerrero. But on this night, China with a sleeper, and she drives Eddie back first to the mat, and China gets it at 9:38. The first babyface team to go over, if you don't count the Terry Runnels Cat match, which was the only singles match on the night. So that's the only singles match, I swear. And this was only the second time a babyface would win the match. 2 stars and 3/4 I gave that. Next, we had a triple threat 2-fall match between Kurt Angle, Benoit, and Jericho. Angle had both the European and Intercontinental titles, but not for long because Benoit got out of a Benoit was also looking for the gold. Bob Backlund was in a crossface chicken wing by Angle earlier in the night on Heat, and the fans chanted Y2J as Angle tried to retain his Intercontinental title with a chicken wing on Benoit. But then on Angle, and then Benoit interrupts the submission and kicks Angle off Jericho. Then Benoit elevated Angle to the outside over the barricade into the first floor, taking the champion out of the match. Benoit then comes crashing on top of Jericho with a flying headbutt. Benoit is the new IC champion after beating Jericho with the headbutt. Even though Angle, the IC champion, wasn't involved in the pin, he still lost the Intercontinental title, and Angle on the outside was crying, "Why? This was dorky Angle. That's so great." The fall 2 happens, and Angle, frustrated that he just lost his IC title, is giving it to Benoit in the ring now. Angle slams Benoit to the mat. Jericho stops him and broke up the 3 count. Benoit wanted to be champion once again as he hit Angle and Jericho with the hard knife edge chops. Jericho slaps the walls on Benoit. Angle grabbed the European title and hit Jericho in the head because the official was down. Even though it's a triple threat match, I'm sure there's no DQ. Angle covered Jericho, but Benoit dragged Jericho to the floor, breaking the count. Benoit and Angle battle it out, and on commentary, the King rips on Edmonton, Alberta, which is Benoit's hometown, right 30 minutes from my hometown, by the way, where I was born anyway. On commentary, because when he asked, "Where's Benoit from?" Jim Ross gave him the answer. Angle is in shock. At 13:35, Jericho wins the European title after pinning Benoit. So Angle lost both titles without being pinned, and Angle goes mad. I gave this 3 stars. I gave it 2 stars and 3/4 of a star before, but I'm giving it 3 stars now. It was better than 2 stars and 3/4, so I'll give it 3 stars. But with figuring the guys in the match, it deserved to be a lot higher than that. Or you would think it would have been a lot higher than that, is what I should say. Rikishi and Kane with Paul Bearer versus DX, X-Pac and Road Dogg with Tori. They're the heels as DX. Pete Rose got his 3rd consecutive Kane beatdown during this match, and it didn't take long for it to end. In the end, at 4:16, Rikishi and Kane won the match after Kane hit a tombstone at X-Pac and got the 3. Rikishi gave Tori a stink face after the match for good measure. So that's 1.5 stars. Now we get to the main event. McMahon in every corner. Triple H defending the title against The Rock, who had Vince McMahon. Triple H obviously had Stephanie. Mick Foley, who had Linda McMahon. And The Big Show, who had Shane McMahon. in an elimination match for the WWF title. So there's no DQ, and it's elimination, and each McMahon is in a corner. This was The Rock's moment. You could feel it, and then even from his pre-match promo, you just knew The Rock is winning this match. This is The Rock's moment. Will it happen? Not so much. At 450, the Big Show was pinned first, and The Rock hit him with a rock bottom, and eliminated the Big Show to a loud roar. Shane and Show left. 3 men left, 3 managers. Show had dominated the early stage of the match, but now he's gone after the rock bottom. Vince waves at his son as Shane goes down for the long walk to the back. And Foley and Hunter and The Rock all stand in the ring staring at each other as they're down to them 3. The crowd chanted Foley, some of the crowd chanted Rocky. They're into this match. They're really into this match. Foley drops Triple H and then The Rock. Only a matter of seconds, one step closer to their dream. Foley airstripped The Rock to the corner. Foley ducks a swing, and Rocky now drops him with a double arm DDT. The crowd was cheering when Foley was on offense, which was nice to see. It's called respect. Hunter hits Mick Foley with the pedigree as he knocked The Rock down first. Foley kicks out of the pedigree to a huge pop. Triple H then got mad and grabbed a chair and smacked Foley straight across the face with it, and then pedigreed him again onto the chair. That would end Foley's career at 1940. If everyone booed in the place, but then their boos turned around to cheers as they cheered Foley on, who walked to the back for all that he did in his career, as this did retire him for at least 4 years. So this was Foley's retirement match. Now it came down to who it was supposed to come down to: The Rock, Triple H. And we get a huge swerve after a really good climax between both of them. Fans wanted The Rock to kick out, but Vince would hit him in the head with a chair. McMahon picks up the chair and goes to Triple H, perhaps to say, The Rock through it again. Fans still wanted The Rock to kick out, and he got pinned. 1, 2, no, and he kicked out, and the fans went crazy. The Rock, they got up from the chair shot, and then McMahon hit him in the head again with a second chair shot. Triple H hit a pedigree and then got the victory at 36-28 to retain the title. The fans were shocked. The fans were unbelievably, they stood there in awe. I gave the match 3.5 stars. Final rating for this WrestleMania, I give it a 6 out of 10. Too many tag matches, too many heels going over the faces, and again, I'm glad we got the Backlash main event. If The Rock would have won at WrestleMania, we would have never got the Austin return with The Rock winning. That sequence was such a hot sequence at Backlash. I'm thankful for that, but you don't work your whole career to win at Backlash. You work your whole career to get the WrestleMania moment, and you'd think The Rock, out of the few guys, would be one who had the WrestleMania moment. So I guess the next best thing for The Rock to get a WrestleMania moment would have been his win over Austin in Seattle, or his win over Cena. I guess that's the next best thing. Or if he comes this year, WrestleMania 40, maybe he beats Roman. Whatever happens, The Rock didn't get his WrestleMania moment. But it's good that they changed it up, the formula. It's good that Triple H retained in a sense. Anyway, it wasn't the most memorable WrestleMania, and I'm excited to do the next one, so stay here and stay tuned for that. WrestleMania 17, coming your way very soon. Stay liked and subscribed if you like this kind of material. And I'm Brett Mix for WrestleMania 2000, 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one, guys.